Well, good afternoon or good morning, whichever time it is you're looking at this video. Drysdale managers, I just wanted to spend a little time with you today and share with you something that I thought might be helpful to you as you go about recruiting. I spent some time with Tom Lee last week, or maybe it was earlier this week, hard to tell. Anyway, we spent some time and we talked about recruiting things for him, and we used a tool that's available to you called Trend Graphics or Broker Edge, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, let me show you what we discovered and how I think it might be helpful to you in your recruiting efforts. So to start with, go to the Resource Center, bhhsresource.com, and log in. If you don't know your login, check with Greg Fernandez or Inesh, and they can get you hooked up if you have not been in here for a while. At any rate, once you're here, and wait for the screen to catch up with us, go to the Drysdale Hub. If I click on the Drysdale Hub, all of our tools are available to you. Now you start off with looking at the upcoming events, and then next go over to Tools and Resources. And the very first thing that you see right here at the top says Broker Edge Reports. Go ahead and click on that and log yourself in. Now, since I don't have an account, I'm using Jason's account, but yours will work exactly the same way. So we're going to continue. And we're going to go to the very top up here, the top menu bar, and click on Reports. So that gives you the menu, which allows you to select what kind of a report that you want to get from the system. So what we want to do is look for agents that we can recruit. So we're going to go to Top Producer. And I don't want market share this time. I want to compare this versus last. And I'll tell you why. Some agents had a really great year last year, and some didn't. Some had a great time pre-COVID and haven't recovered really ever since. So there's a way to check past performance against most recent past performance and to see who is struggling. Now, the reason why I want to select that demographic to go after is you've got some great tools, and you've been getting a report from me every week called the property boost. Boy, pardon me. You've got that property reboost port every week. And that shows you our agents and managers that are actually spending a little bit of money to boost up a listing, and they're getting leads which are delivered directly into their KB Core system, their KB Core or Bold Trail system. So if somebody's having trouble getting leads, why not go after them and say, look what we have? So more on that later, but right now we're going to go find those people. So the way to do that is, again, start out by going to Top Producer in this versus last and select your region. I'm going to select Contra Costa because I know those people. And I'm going to make sure that I've got Contra Costa County selected here. And I can, if I don't want to do the county, I can go in different levels of that by just choosing these different things here. I can choose different cities within Contra Costa and so forth, but I'm going to go for the whole county. And now I'm going to go all property types, but maybe I just want to focus on condos, or maybe I want to focus on townhomes or single family homes. I can do that from here. And I can figure out new construction versus already standing, but let's just leave these alone. Now I'm going to go to price range here and leave it alone from 0 to no limit. So I can look at everything that's happened with every agent in my property or the area that I'm searching on here. So I'm now going to select my date range. And if I go in here, I can see that I've got year to date, which, is not doing as much good, except that it's going to compare against last year. So I like that one. I can go down and look at the current 4 years, which they call from 2021 through 2024 versus 2017 to 2020. So I can do that one as well. I can do the 3 years versus the previous one, but let's just stick with this top one here, which one is 2024, all of 24 versus all of 23. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that's highlighted. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select all brokers. And I'm not going to worry about office or agent. I'm just going to click on Show Report. Now, when I can look at this report, it's going to give me the first 10 people in here. And down at the bottom, it tells me I have page 1 of 925 pages if I stick to the 10. I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to put in 500 and then click on change. That'll give me a big long page so I can look through it. So I can see right here, Renee White is the #1 in Contra Costa County, and Krista Jarvis, and then Lori Young, and then Dana Green. And then we start getting down into some names that I don't really know, but we see Lisa Doyle, Juju Chawla, Lupe Kemper, Joe Frazano, et cetera, et cetera. That's all great. But I can look at these numbers over here, and I can see that Renee had a good year, 2024 versus 2023, because she is up 29, almost 30% up in units. And her sales volume is up even higher than that. It's about 40%. But the ones I really, really want to look at are the ones who went down. So first of all, Krista went down 9%. She may or may not be a target you want to go after, but as I look at these, I'm looking for these red arrows, and I really want to find somebody who has a significant drop. So what I would call a significant drop is this particular person here, and she's down 21.2%. I wonder if she would be interested in a tool like Property Boost. Just a thought. So I can further down the list here, and I can see that I got 13%, 9%. Here's a 28%er, a Keller Williams agent. He did 28 the previous year, 2023, only 20. I say only 20. 20 is pretty darn good, but he's down almost 20, almost 30%. So maybe he might be a candidate that would be interested in Property Boost. Here is Lori Wexner with Better Homes and Gardens, or Melody Royals Company out in the Brentwood area. So she's down 32%. That might be a target for somebody working in the Contra Costa County market area. There's a 14, 5. Here's a 26%er, Elizabeth Haslam and Remax Accord. I'd definitely go after somebody like that. She's proven that she can do the business, but she's having trouble getting the numbers that she used to have. So maybe she would be a candidate that might be interested in Property Boost. So as I go down the list, here's another one, 33, a Redfin agent. That's interesting. She's probably not a target because she's probably not used to getting her own business. But Julie Whitmer at Compass, she had a pretty significant drop, 20% drop. So I'll keep going down through there. Here's a 27%. Krista Mayshore. Now, this is kind of interesting to me because Krista's out selling courses on how to do what she's done. So she's probably moved herself into not wanting to watch your real estate business so much as selling the courses, but you never know. You might want to reach out. So I go down here, it's a 37.5, Tom Schreiber, with another eXp Realty, 46%, Nicholas White, Old Harbor Company. Don't know that company. And here is Nancy Bennett, Keller Williams agent, down 44%. If you know your market area, some of these agents you might not want to bring into your office because they're not a good fit, but that's for you to determine. Here's somebody down 54, almost 56%, a Remax Accord agent. What happened there? So somebody you might want to recruit. Now, along the line here, as you're finding these people, over here on the left-hand side, put a check mark in that box. And I'll tell you why you're doing that in a little bit later. Here's an 18%, Linda Friedman, agent, been around for a long time at Village Associates. Here is Lindsay. Okay, and Carol's with us, so we don't want to try to recruit her. But if you're Carol's manager, maybe you want to talk to her about using Property Boost. And then Oliver Brown at Dudum, he's down 25%. He runs a team, so you get him, you'd get about 3 agents. And then we'll just go one more. So I've got some people selected. I'm going to go through the entire list and pick the ones that I want. So as you can see, there's quite a few to choose from. And the further down the list you go, you're going to see that you start to see some new people coming in who've actually done better, like this one, Liz Wilson at Preferred Real Estate. She did 3 the previous year, and she's done 8 now. So probably not somebody you want to go after with this tactic. But here's one, Ranjit Singh, Relentless Real Estate. So he's had a pretty significant drop. But as you get these people, you put a check mark next to them. And then if you go back up to the top of the screen, and you'll go right here to, let's see, where is it? This icon right here. Let me say it. This one looks like a little calendar with a drum next to it. Click export. And it's processing. So now I don't want a PDF file. I want the comma selected value file. I'm going to say download, and it will go to wherever on your computer you have selected downloads to go. In my case, it goes to a folder on my desktop that's related to the company. So I'm going to rename it. I'm just going to call it Contra Costa Targets, and I'm going to put a date just so I know. And I'm going to call this date 1/14 and 25. And I'm going to say save. Now that's now gone to my computer. You can see it. Well, maybe you can't see that, but I'm going to hit close. And I've now saved those people, but I can do this too. I can put them on a list here within Broker Edge, so I can kind of watch them going forward as well to see how they're doing. So I can say assign the selected agents to, and I can create a new list. And Jason's got these lists. He's got a target list, a watch list, a recruited, and archived. But I could create a new list here and call it whatever I want. And now when I can come in and search for those people and just them alone and see how they're doing. But at any rate, now that I've got this thing downloaded to my computer, what am I going to do with it? Well, that's the next video. And this one's a freebie for you. I am sort of loosely affiliated with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm not actually employed there any longer, but I'm helping out. And but if you want to know what to do next, we'll talk about getting that into your KV core system, your Bold Trail system, and then making sure that they get assigned to a plan that goes out on a regular basis. And if you don't have your plan set up, I can help you with that too. But again, those would be, we'd have to talk about how the arrangement would work. But for right now, take this idea and run with it. At the very least, get on the phone and call them and let them know, hey, I've got this tool, and show them some of those reports that I've been sending you week after week after week for almost an entire year. So, select one that looks good and send it to them. It can't hurt. And I hope this has been helpful to you. Thanks so much.